or dates when you want to start receiving benefits. Already receiving benefits? Use your account to change your address, set up or change direct deposit, get a proof of income letter, and more. In most states, you can also request a replacement Social Security card. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Tune your radio.
Tune in
now.
You can tune into this radio station on any smartphone or tablet.
iPhone,
Android,
BlackBerry,
Nokia,
Samsung,
Windows phones,
or whatever you have. Download the free TuneIn app from your phone or tablet's app store.
Tune in with music, sports, news, and comedy.
From over 70,000 radio stations around the world, including this Beasley Broadcast Group station. Check it out at tunein.com.
Or your app store.
Quest Software Incorporated, a globally recognized IT and cloud management portfolio solutions provider, seeks a quality senior engineer responsible for design and development activities associated with technical quality assurance protocols and methods. Minimum requirements include a bachelor's degree or foreign degree equivalent in computer science, electrical engineering, information technology, or a related field, and 5 years of work experience in a quality engineering role. Telecommuting from any location in the U.S. is optional. To apply, mail resume referencing job title and cover page to Quest Care of Recruiting, 4 Polaris Way, Aliso Viejo 2656.
You're tuned into WWE AM 1100.
The opinions expressed during the sponsored programs on this station are strictly those of the program hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of Beasley Broadcast Group, this station, its staff, other advertisers, or agencies.
Woo! And we are back with another installment of the #1 rated business show right here on the Real 1100 AM. I'm your host, Kevin C. Pride. Woo! I'm so happy to be back with y'all. It has been a rough time. Shout out to everybody for reaching out. All the prayers, all the well wishes, just showing me all the love. Thank y'all so much. I know a lot of y'all saw, the picture of me in the emergency room and all this type of stuff. Unfortunately, COVID is serious. It has lasting effects. And when the doctor tell you need to go sit your butt. To all my good friends over there at Emory, they got me back, they got me healthy, and we are good to go. I got a few announcements for you guys before we get started today. As always, if you are out in the Douglasville area, please stop by my good friends over at Studio 1211. They're right there at 6405 Fairburn Road. You can call and schedule an appointment at 770-485-6772. Once again, ask to speak to my personal barber, Melvin Bowden, and he will give you a free lineup. Just tell him Kevin Pride sent you. All right. We are still racing to read here in the city of Atlanta. We have already surpassed 8 million minutes read. That is 8 million minutes read. Yes. And we are asking all of you guys to join in and help us get the rest of the way. So we have just 2 million more minutes to go, just 2 million. So if everyone will go to race2read.org, fill out the information and start tracking all of your minutes. You can help Atlanta become the city that reads. You can also help inspire, let's say that, other young individuals to begin a career and a life of learning. Oh my goodness. One of my guests ain't arrived yet. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We just waiting on him to get online, but it's gonna be all right. What else? So also my good friends over at the Urban Network Urban, excuse me. My good friend Corey Moore and all his friends over there at the Pro Networker crew, they will be hosting the Network Urban for National Black Business networking virtual event. It will take place on tomorrow. Registration is free, and you can go to networkurban.com to get registered and be able to attend this event coming up Thursday, May 6th. The event begins at 2 p.m. It is over at 3:30 p.m. and it is powered by the Pro Networker. Once again, go to Network Urban. Coming up in the program shortly, I got some great guests for you. Michael Hightower from the Collaborative Firm hopefully will be joining us, as well as Maria Benzant telling us all about her new spa grand opening, and Triandos Thornton. He's been on the show once before, and he's got some great, exciting news. My good 8-year-old CEO. So he will be joining us shortly. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break real quick, and I'll be right back.
For almost 20 years, the Overground Railroad has promoted economic development in the Black community. Now more than ever is the time to come together and join this movement to economic freedom. The Overground Railroad online and print business directory puts you in front of your customers and keeps our dollars in the Black community. It's time. Become a member today. Information at overgroundrr.com. That's overgroundrr.com. Connecting our churches, our businesses, and our community. Join the Overground Railroad today.
Time to make a change.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-648-9176. 800-648-9176. 800-648-9176. That's 800-648-9176.
This pandemic has many people suffering. Are you stressed? Are you not sleeping well? Are you suffering from neck pain, back pain, or headaches? Chiropractic can help. Chiropractic is a natural healing art that can resolve many of your ailments. Dr. Williams and Dr. Fowler of Align for Life are board-certified doctors of chiropractic with over 15 years of combined experience. They are located in South Atlanta and are available for your healthcare needs.
Auto accident, wellness care, slip and fall. We take care of it all. Visit them at yourfinespine.com.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Georgia, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Georgia High School Association and the Georgia Athletic Directors Association, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
And we are back right here on the #1 rated business show. And we were able to catch up with Mr. Michael Hightower. Joining us right now to the program. Everybody in South Atlanta and all over Atlanta knows the man. From the Collaborative Firm, Mr. Michael Hightower. You there with me, Michael?
I'm here. How you doing this afternoon?
Oh man, you had me worried. I ain't had nothing prepared for you.
No, I'm ready. I apologize. I was ready, man. I had it on mute until you came back. And thank you for letting me join you today, and I appreciate Z Horton for arranging this opportunity.
Oh, not a problem, man. So how's everything been going on down there for you in South Metro? Because I know that you are a very busy guy. I've gone to some of the development outlook conferences, and but during COVID, how's that really worked out for you? Because I hadn't caught up with you in a while.
Okay, well, and thanks for asking. Let me just say, this year, this was our 19th year, 2021, having the South Metro Development Outlook Conference, and let me just say, this year we of course had to make some decisions in late 2020 about the format, and as you are aware, during this time frame, entities were looking at totally virtual, hybrid virtual conferences, but we decided in late 2020, based upon the Dr. Fauci was based upon the scientific numbers of the pandemic, to go totally virtual. And let me just say, having a very sound company that we brought on board to assist us, we had one of the most successful conferences that we've ever had.
Wow.
For example, I think right now we have probably over 1,200 viewers at least, I'm told, that viewed the conference, because we had it available up to 30 days on demand following the event that was held on March 18th. So it was a very successful conference, and we're very pleased.
All right. Now, how much different was it, doing this event? Because it's a huge event. I mean, you have vendors and trade show booths and stuff, just people from all over. So how was it having this event online, being able to still be able to display a lot of the vendors and people that you guys work with down in the area?
But let me just say, a lot of the I must give give kudos to those persons who worked with the firm and other consultants, because they were just magnificent. Initially, I had my concerns about the logistics of it all coming together, but I will say it took a lot of additional coordination. It also required us, in addition to having a very sharp company. VFair was the company that we used. We also had to do a lot of 95% taping on site at a couple of studio sites. So it was very intense at times because we had to get it right on camera. And I would say it was the details were a lot more intricate than we had experienced in past years. But all in all, it was a success, and the feedback that we received was just awesome.
Wow,
I mean, great feedback. Let me just say very specifically to your question, some of the virtual engagement tools that the virtual platform provided, it kept the viewers interested. It kept them intrigued all day, and that was another tool. So we had gaming activities. We had a variety of things that allowed the attendees to stay engaged throughout. And I think that was the key. But I think the other thing I would say is that this year we were very, very fortunate again to have some of the state and the region's top people throughout. We had the Lieutenant Governor of Georgia, Jim Duncan. We had Mayor Keisha Bottoms from the city of Atlanta. We also had John Seldon, who at that time, he, of course, his left ran Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. We had the CEO of Jeff Harker and Andre Dickens on the Atlanta City Council, but also local mayors from College Park, of course, Mayor Motley Broom. So we had a variety of business leaders, and of course, Doug Hooker from the Atlanta Regional Commission. So it was a full-packed day.
Now,
let me just say.
Now, why does this event right here gain so much interest with so many different powerful people and so many different people from so many different regions all over, not just Georgia, but you're pulling people from, literally all over the country. So why does this event draw so many people? Why such the big interest?
Well, I think there were three reasons that we find. Number one, the location. Obviously, Hartsfield-Jackson, with the exception of the COVID year or so, continues to be a dominant force in the airline industry. And if you look around the airport, of course, we still see a lot of potential growth and new growth. So I think number one, the catalyst in the room is Hartsfield-Jackson. I think number two, location. As you know, historically, a lot of the development patterns trended north. And now that there's available land and opportunity, we are seeing so much interest. As a matter of fact, you know, Microsoft right now, although they have developed a big facility in the west side of Atlanta, they have 3 facilities on the south side, in East Point and other places. I think we're seeing the major players. You know, again, one of our sponsors this year was Porsche. You know, so you know they came to South Fulton, and many others. So I think we are just seeing an avalanche of Fortune 500 companies who are looking south of I-20. And the area for the conference, we kind of zoom in on a geographical turf. That turf is I-20 South, but also including the counties of Fulton, South Fulton, Clayton, Henry, Fayette, Douglas, Coyote, and Henry. So we have a footprint that encompasses a very large chunk of the entire region. So I think that alone says a lot. And then we're very happy to have this year, historically, two newly elected African American commission chairs. We had Chairwoman Lisa Cupid. Cobb County, as you've heard, had its first African American chair, and an African American woman, Lisa Cupid, a dear friend. Then in Colorado Herald, Henry County, first female Democratic chair. So we had those 2 young ladies featured, and of course my dear friend Jeff Turner moderated that session. So we had a great lineup of people who really are leaders in this South Metro community.
Now, where are the opportunities going to be opening up?
The opportunities right now,
okay,
specifically in some of the areas that offer some of the great tax incentives. I think in Fulton County, for example, the Fulton County Development Authority Chairman Marty Turpo, they are providing tax incentives for certain types of developments in Fulton County. So opportunity. We're talking about downtown College Park, where we'll be moving our offices, looking at attracting new businesses. And if you just ride downtown College Park right now, you see the plethora of additional restaurants and retail opportunities. City of East Point, they're in the process right now in downtown East Point, right adjacent and behind the East Point Water Station, of seeing a new office housing development in downtown East Point, which goes right up to Tyler Perry's studio. So looking at all of these areas right there, there's a massive opportunity for housing, for workforce housing to some extent as well, but also upscale housing as you can look further down with the city of South Fulton. So all of those are great opportunities in the development sector.
Wow. Now,
I would add that, you know, as we talk about opportunities, I think, you know, this year we had a huge focus on honoring certain people. Congressman David Scott, who we know, who represents South Metro. It was great to hear Congressman Scott, who we honored, to really talk about what he has done on Capitol Hill in terms of bringing home financial resources to his 13th congressional district opportunities. And he was very, very hands-on and very informative on that. And we were very appreciative because what he did to announce several federal opportunities with the Biden administration. And Congressman David Scott, he's the only Georgian who chairs a House committee on Capitol Hill in Washington. So having David Scott participate was significant.
Wow.
Now, the other thing I would say, I think I mentioned transportation before, Jeff Parker with MARTA, he was able to come on board and really announce some new initiatives on the south side, in Clayton County, for example.
Okay.
Clayton County is getting, they're planning for a bus rapid transit line off Highway 85, as you know, goes right down through Riverdale and parts of Clayton. And also on Camp Creek Parkway, and really more so Roosevelt Highway, Highway 29. MARTA is looking at opening up that to be a whole new place down Highway. Some call it Main Street, but Highway 29 on the south side. But also MARTA is looking at expanding its services since the pandemic had shut it down. So back on April 24th, Mr. Jeff Parker was able to announce the reopening of several lines that had to be shut down during the pandemic. So there was a lot. There was a lot of great things that came out of those discussions.
Now let me ask you this.
The other session that we had.
Let me ask you this real quick.
We had the evolving economy of South Metro, which included, in addition to myself, Pat Wilson from the governor's office, Chris Pumphrey, who runs the Douglas County Development Authority.
Oh yeah.
Josh Finn from Henry County, and of course Samir Abdullah, who runs Fulton County's process. We had people there to be available to take questions and to get feedback about those communities. So it was a great day.
Well, real quick, one question I definitely want to get out there, and because I know I get this a lot, especially to the younger entrepreneurs and younger investors and things like that. You mentioned all these different places where transportation now is starting to be a little bit more readily available. Explain just briefly what opportunities open up when you start to see those MARTA lines start to come into different areas and things like that. What businesses should we be kind of looking at trying to go into, and what's the best way to start to capitalize and take advantage of it?
Well, let me say, I think one of the things that transportation does, it also, particularly throughout the region, there's a phrase, process called transit-oriented development, TODs. Okay. And you see that in other places. Up in a good example on a larger scale is up in near the Lindbergh Station. As you may recall, around the Lindbergh Station, we've seen several small and medium-sized businesses, barbershops, and retail outlets, and some restaurants who are there where there's more dense population. So I think that's one classic example is the Lindbergh Station. You have other places, of course, in Sandy Springs on the north side, which has experienced some with the State Farm Insurance Company gathered their employees around that. So I think it's been around densified locations. So now let's take it to the south side. We're now going to see East Point and College Park bring more development around their station. So the type of businesses and how do they get about doing it? I think number one, staying in touch with your local city councils. Okay. Number two, engaging to the extent necessary and possible those elected officials that are closest to you, and they can, of course, provide that nexus between these agencies such as MARTA. It's funny you mentioned that because this year we also honored Ashley Bell. Ashley was the most recent, prior to 2021, South director of the Southeast for the Small Business Administration, and he was honored along with two others. That so we can look at having those persons available next year in person, and to have maybe even a session on small business alone. Oh yeah, and have some Q&A and some information sharing like we did 2 years ago.
Wow. Now, one last thing I got to ask you before we let you get out of here, because I'm a little bit over your interview time, but I remember the last SMDO I was at, and this was the last physical one. I can't remember if it was 20 or 19. One of the biggest things that we were talking about, or that you guys were discussing down there in South Metro, was autonomous vehicles and having this autonomous city almost that, these self-driven cars would come out and pick you up, and you had all these different features in the city. Is that something that we're still going for, or is it something that we're going to have to put off for a while?
No, I think, if you've kind of followed the past several months, we're seeing additional growth in terms of electric vehicles and autonomous vehicles. I think we're talking two categories: autonomous vehicles and electric vehicles. That was because of course, this the whole issue of the climate control. We expect there to be a very consistent movement with autonomous and electric vehicles in the next 6 to 8 years. Post this pandemic, we expect next year, for example, to have a session we have a session that we call Smart Cities, which includes technology types of advances. So keep your eyes open. I think, in 4 to 5 years from now, as we get beyond this pandemic and some of the economic challenges that some industries face, we're going to see a very aggressive and realistic atmosphere that embraces smart vehicles, autonomous vehicles, and electric vehicles.
Well, thank you so much for joining the program, man. Next time, matter of fact, I think me and you just gonna have to do lunch so I can go ask you some more questions.
And like I said, I get excited in the fact that you guys are involved every year, and I almost say give a special shout out to our sponsors who made it possible. But thanks for having me, and look forward to next year, which will be our 20th year celebrating SMDO.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Michael Hightower. We'll be right back.
At Align for Life, we work with attorneys across the entire metro area. We are a portal of entry provider, meaning we can ensure your client is triaged accordingly and coordinate all aspects of your client's chiropractic and medical care from start to finish, including referrals to medical doctors, specialists, and imaging. This is Dr. Fowler. Your injury clients deserve the best: transportation, extended hours, and compliance monitoring. We understand your needs. Refer your injury and accident victims right now by calling us at 404-383-1110 or visit us at yourfinespine.com.
Transportation is provided via Uber, and we are open late so your clients can come in after work.
Auto accidents, wellness care, slip and fall. We take care of it all.
Himself said it best.
Collectively, that means all of us together. Collectively, we are richer than all the nations in the world with the exception of 9. You ever think about that? The American Negro collectively is richer than most nations of the world. That's power right there if we know how to prove it.
And we know how to pool it. Join the journey for economic freedom for the Black community. The Overground Railroad. Visit overgroundrr.com.
And we are back right here on the #1 Rated Business Show. Joining us next to the program, she has a grand opening coming up. She is the Pretty Girls, a Pretty Bold Spot. I'm so sorry I'm messing it up today, but we're going to get it right. She is on the line, Miss Maria Vinzant. Miss Maria, how we doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, I am doing wonderful. I'm so sorry I messed up the name. Give it to us one time.
Okay. Princess Spa Boutique.
One more time.
Pretty Princess Spa Boutique.
Pretty Princess. That's what it was. I said, I know I just read this not too long ago. So now, if I'm not mistaken, this is your grand opening, correct?
Yes. Yes, sir. We have our grand opening May 15th.
Okay. Tax day.
Yes.
Now, tell us a little bit about the whole concept behind your business.
So the whole concept behind our business, we do girl birthday parties. It range from spa birthday parties, dance birthday parties, art parties, and we have a variety of packages to fit every budget. So, yeah, it came from, I have 4 girls, 1 boy, and just doing so many different girl birthday parties.
Okay.
We found a love for birthday parties and turned it into a business.
Now, what are some of the things what makes it different than just your average birthday party? Because I've seen some of these birthday parties, especially princess birthday parties. I got 2 little girls, so I know how wild this can get. But what makes this so much different than all these other experiences?
So what makes us different as a business? We actually also offer Zumba classes, and in June we're going to have a summer camp, Princess Summer Camp, where it's going to be like dance lessons, yoga, etiquette, spa days, science projects, arts and crafts, things like that, Also, we have a lot of different a la carte items where we have princesses that can be added to the birthday party. We also have a party store. So we do like personalized favors, personalized shirts, tutus, robes, things like that. So we add more to the experience based on what the mom or the parents want for the party.
Wow. So if I'm a parent and I would like to have a pretty princess party for my daughter, number one, what is the typical age range of the kids?
Well, the typical age range is between 5 to 12.
Okay.
Lately, we've actually had people inquire about age 4. So that's kind of a per case scenario for age 4. Our summer camp is actually starting at 5. We can't change that because that's actually through the state. But the birthday parties, it does vary for age 4, but it's from 5 to 13.
All right. Now, is the you said also you guys do a summer camp?
Yes, sir.
So tell me a little bit about the summer camp that you guys do.
So this will be our first summer camp, and I'm super excited about it. Like I said, we'll have like princess days where we'll have like Elsa or Belle come in.
Okay.
We have lots of arts and crafts projects lined up, movie days, spa days, gardening, theme days, etiquette classes, modeling, self-care, teaching about self-care, entrepreneurship.
Wow.
So a lot of different activities during the summer.
Wow, that's amazing. You know, that is one of the most important things I'm starting to find, you know, especially in this day and age, is that self-care, making sure that you are taking care of yourself and instilling that in kids when they're young. You sure you ain't making them selfish though?
And that's a part of learning to, you know, the different selfish, self-care, still thinking about others, but also as women, and like you said, growing up, we tend to put a lot of people, our kids, our family, cousins, aunts, everybody in front of us, and it's important to also think about ourselves in the midst of that.
Wow. Now, how long have you been in the birthday party and princess world?
Well, we've actually started Pretty Princess maybe 8 years ago, but we lived in Wisconsin.
All right.
And we did mobile parties. And when we moved to Georgia about 4 years ago, we did parties here and there, mobile parties. We actually got our first location last year in March, or actually we started in February right before COVID hit. So of course, once COVID hit, we really didn't get to do much. But now that, you know, everything is dying down, we got a new building, we built it out. We have like a runway, we have throne chairs for the spa, pedicures. We just, you know, chandeliers. We made it really big and beautiful for princesses, and we're ready to open.
Wow. So where's the new location going to be?
The new location is actually in Fayetteville, Georgia.
Okay.
The address is 270 Suite E and F. We got 2 suites and put them together.
You broke up just a tad bit when you said it. So if you want to give us that address one more time.
270 Glen Street North.
Okay.
Suite E and F.
All right. Now, do you have?
We've got 2 suites and put them together. We knocked down the wall and made it one unit.
Now, do you guys have a website and that people can go on and find some more information just yet?
Yes, www.prettyprincesspaboutique.com.
prettyprincesspaboutique.com. Now, also, what does a typical party like this cost? Like, what should parents be expecting as far as like pricing?
So our smallest package is for 3 girls. That starts at $260, and then it goes up. And I mean, you can have the smallest package, $260, but also add a la carte items like maybe goodie bags or a photographer or a live princess who comes to the party as a guest to be with the girls. And then our highest package, that one ranges at $580. And that one comes with a photo shoot. It comes with a free robe. It comes with a decorated table. So like it's the shebang. You get a lot of free things in there. And that one's for 8 girls.
All right. Now,
so yeah, it ranges.
Okay. Why y'all don't do nothing for the boys? Why boys can't have nothing?
You know, I'm glad
We're gonna have to start some like little trucker shop or something for little boys.
My son says the same thing. And actually what we did for him, because, you know, again, I have the 3 girls and he's the only boy. So he's so annoyed with all this ink and all this glitter. We made we're turning the back of the venue into Cam's Corner, where if the birthday girl has a brother, he can go to the back and it's going to be video games and like, you know, boy things to hang out.
Just stick them in the back room
somewhere. We will have like mobile boy things because again, like I love throwing his parties too, but you know, the Pretty Princess just kind of took off first. So that will get added on in the future, but we have thought of that just because, you know, with my son, we have Cam's Corner for brothers.
Now, what made you get into this line of business?
My daughters. I have 2 older girls. When they were younger, we did like a spa party for them. And then my 3rd daughter, she'll be 10 this year. She's like the princess. She loves everything sparkly, pink, tiaras, dresses. And it kind of spun from her and, you know, having everything grand and big and just having their birthday parties where we did Once Upon a Time thing. We've had glow parties. We've had so many different parties and they're just so fun for us that we're already entrepreneur mindset. We just turned it into a business.
That's amazing. You know, when I was growing up, literally, I ain't trying to say nothing bad about my mama, but I ain't have but 1 birthday party. I think it might have been my 10-year-old birthday party. And it was it was outdoor with some hot dogs and then all my friends and water balloons and guns. We was good.
And that's how I grew up too. And actually my older 2, they'll be 18 and 16 this year. When they were younger, we did the same thing because their birthday is around Memorial Day. We just would grab a cake, go to the barbecue and say happy birthday. And that was their birthday party for, you know, the first maybe 5, 6, 7 years of their life until we really got into birthday parties. And now they're a big something. And I don't even think they would be able to function if we didn't throw something big for their birthday.
Now, once again, if anybody wants to support you and your business and find out more information, what's that website?
The website is www.prettyprincessspa.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram.
And just if you got any last words out there for, you know, any moms or anybody out there that maybe, you know, throwing some birthday parties or want to do some stuff like that. Oh, matter of fact, let me ask you this one real quick, and I don't want to throw you off. How is this in the COVID era? Like, you know, trying to do these, you know, these parties and get everything back, you know, to a physical thing where we all kind of getting together again and this type of stuff. You know, what are some of the things that you guys have to worry about due to the COVID restrictions?
Well, we actually limited. We have events. Well, we used to have events like try to have 1 month, but our events are limited to like 12 kids now. When we do an event, birthday parties, we don't go above 12. They're private birthday parties. Okay. So you're coming in with people that you know and that you're comfortable with. We still do masks. We try to social distance as much as possible, and also make sure they're masks on. But as the workers, the princesses, our employees, we all wear our masks. And we've actually been starting to get bookings again with people doing private parties.
Wow. And do you offer any virtual options?
Yes, we do have a virtual option on our website.
Wow. Well, once again, the Pretty Princess Spa Boutique. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I'm gonna do all I can to support you. If I know anybody that's looking for a birthday, my girls ain't got too big for the princess. They ain't with the princess no more.
Yes. And just make sure everybody come out to our grand opening that May 15th.
All right, we'll see you then, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, this is Dr. Williams with Align for Life Wellness. I want to invite you to our new office at 1800 Jonesboro Road in Atlanta. Come in for a consultation, examination, therapy, and x-ray, all for just $100.
What?
Yes, $100. This offer expires soon, so call us to schedule at 404-383-1110 or find us on the web at www.yourfinespine.com.
If you want to be fine, take care of your spine.
We're open late.
Hi, I'm Vivica Fox. Every year, millions of animals lose their homes and end up in shelters. Learn how to help animals in need of rescue and adoption at AmericanHumane.org and be a hero to our best friends in their worst times.
There's a lot going on in the world, and your world is always changing. That's why it's important to stay connected. The latest news, the latest entertainment, the newest music. If it's in the air or on the air, it can be in the palm of your hand, wherever you are, with the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Over 1,500 live radio stations from across the country, and over 15 million songs to create your own custom stations. Text IHR to 45495 to download the app or listen at iHeartRadio.com. Standard text and data rates apply.
We are back right here on the #1 rated business show. Checking in one time on my good friends over there at Instagram. I just wanted to stop 1 second because we're talking all this stuff about birthdays. So I want to send a very, very heartfelt, from the bottom of my heart, happy birthday to my 14-year-old daughter. Now, Lord have mercy, I'm scared to death. But happy birthday to my 14-year-old daughter, Jasmine. Daddy loves you so much, and happy birthday to you, sweetheart. Joining me now to the program, he is an amazing young man. He has, at 8 years old, his own business. He is a CEO, and he has a COO, and I'll let him tell you about that one. And he's got some great stuff coming up. Joining me to the program, the CEO himself of TNN Bow Ties, Mr. Triandos Thornton.
Hello.
How we doing today, man?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How you been?
I've been doing good. What about you?
Man, it's been up and down, but you know, it's just a part of life. You're going to find out one of these days. Now, you got a lot of stuff going on these days.
Yep, I am. And I also plan to start some more businesses, too.
Really? Well, first, let's tell everybody that didn't hear you last time about your business now that you're doing. Can you just briefly tell everybody about TNN Bow Ties?
Yes, TNN Bow Ties and Apparel is an online business. We sell bow ties, regular neckties, covering for men, and women's scarves. We also sell hats, t-shirts, masks, and we also sell a book now. And you can also get that on an ebook also. And you can visit my website at www.tnnbowties.com.
All right. Now, you said you recently added some books?
Yes, we recently added a book called Superhero Kids in the Book Pageant.
Wow. Okay. Now, you're a very amazing young man. And I think I can't tell you that enough. And you know, all the stuff that you are doing. Number one, how has it been for you since the last time we talked? Because I seen you all over social media, man. You on everybody's radio program. You starting to pop up on TV. How has that been for you?
Can you repeat that again, please? Sorry, it kind of went out.
It's all right. I said, no, since the last time you were on the program, I said you've been very, very busy. I've seen you, you know, on all kind of radio shows and TV and everything. How has that been for you?
It's been doing good. And a couple weeks ago, like a week ago, we and my family recently went on Rachel Ray.
Wow. Now, did this make you nervous at all when you're doing these big shows and stuff like that?
No, big shows, that doesn't really like concern me or fear me, really.
I got you. Now, tell me, also, you are also yourself a coach, right? Because you help other young kids start businesses.
Yes, I do a podcast, and I hope that inspires young kids to start a business and like help the community.
Mm-hmm. So what are some of the things that you tell other young entrepreneurs?
I tell them that you keep pushing and believe in yourself. Don't let anybody like hold you back from your big dreams.
That is beautiful. Now, you have an event coming up pretty soon.
Like the expo, yes, we are doing a Annual Expo, 3rd Annual Kids Business Expo, and it's free. It's on Saturday, May 22nd, 2021, and both kid and adult speakers, and we will be talking about the finance and leadership and businesses, and also free bow ties for all people under 22 years old.
What? So you
Yep.
cut it off on me. I can't get no free bow tie.
How old are you?
I can't tell everybody I'm 41. So tell me some of the speakers that you're gonna have at your event.
We have Peggy with Miss Peggy with Can you repeat that question again?
Some of the you said you got young speakers and you got some older grown folks speaking. Tell me about some of the speakers that you're gonna have at this event.
Okay, so you probably already know, but you are actually one of the speakers.
Yes, I am, and I'm so proud to be speaking at your event on my birthday.
Oh, okay. And we have also field workers going to speak at my event.
Okay, is Miss Shayna around?
Yes, she is.
Can we talk to Miss Shayna real quick?
Hey, Kevin, how are you?
How are we doing today? I just love talking to him. I don't like to mess him up though.
I'm super excited to be with you, and he is too. So he's super excited about his upcoming Kids Expo. As he mentioned, the 3rd Annual Kids Business Expo on Saturday, May 22nd. Your birthday, so it's a real important day, of course, because you will be celebrating another trip around the sun.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be celebrating business and kids, and he offered it from the kids' perspective. I just want to make a point from the grown-up perspective that it is open for all ages, and this is the 3rd time doing it, of course, and we invite members of every generation, Kevin, to be there because, yes, it's kid-inspired, it's kid-organized, he's organizing it, sending out invitations to all the speakers, and that has been concluded, and we've got a list of about 20 amazing speaker presenters and demonstrators for the 22nd. It's all free. I do want to emphasize that again, but this year's theme is focusing on building confident young men of substance. It's open to everybody. We're going to have lots of females on, moms, godmoms, aunts, uncles, people just interested in the community have already registered. But the focus is really on building, encouraging, and nurturing our young men of every zip code, of every community. But we just want to just celebrate the uniqueness of our young men.
I can't tell you thank you enough for that. I really can't, because I promise you for the last almost 2 years, everybody I talked to is, we doing this for women. We doing this for women. We doing this for little girls. We doing this for little girls. So what happened to the little boys? What happened to the men? So thank you so much.
You make a valid point. I mean, obviously, I'm a female, and I certainly appreciate everybody being empowered. But we certainly want to also focus and celebrate our young boys and our young men that are teens and early adults as well, 20, 21, 22, just to encourage and remind them that they are great too, and that they should be exposed with many different opportunities and options in industries. You know that. You epitomize that well yourself. And we recognize that not everyone's interested in entrepreneurship or business, Kevin, and that's okay. But as a mom of a kidpreneur, and you're a successful businessman, so you get it, it teaches you so much more than the ABCs of business. It's about confidence. It's about life skills. It's about resilience and persevering. And he and his brother see that it's not always easy. When you run into a bump, you keep going. And those are things that lots of areas can teach you, but having your own business, it helps build that foundation. And I often get asked the question, you know, Triendos and Noah have been doing this now. They're celebrating 4 years of business right now, this month of May. And do I think they'll do that in the future? And Triendos will tell you himself. What do you want to be when you grow up?
When I grow up, I want to be an engineer. I also want to be a heart doctor and a cardiologist. I want to be an artist. Lots of other things, a biologist.
Yeah, you're going to be busy. You're going to be busy.
Typical kid, Kevin, has an interest in so many different areas, but I welcome it and I love it. But as a mom of a kidpreneur, people often say, well, do you think he'll still own his own business? And I maybe not. Maybe bow ties. I'm not really sure
Oh, yeah.
as his mom, but I know this, that I think he has the discipline to push forward with anything. And that's what's so key, that he wanted to start this business himself, Kevin, when he was mere 5 years old. It was his idea to do it. It's his idea to keep going. And when he no longer has that interest, obviously we'll be there to support him and as much as we can and encourage him the best way. But it's truly his. It's his kid inspired, operated business. And I'm sure he'll tell you more about his president, his newly promoted president, but it's theirs. And I think there's a sense of pride that comes with it.
Oh, yeah.
That's really neat and inspiring to watch as their mom. That, they love bow ties. This bow ties came from an inspiration of Dad. That's what started all up. And just as a village, all of us just help pour into them and teach them. And you've had the opportunity to sit and chat with him, and he's been encouraged by that again. So we appreciate everything you poured into him and countless other boys and girls around the world just having your platform. But it is powerful to see, I think, representation that we can see everybody, regardless of race, ethnicity, where you're from in the country, or genders as well, doing some amazing things. Because I think that empowers all of us.
Oh, yeah. It is definitely a beautiful thing. And we need more examples like that. Number one, just the simple fact of you can do anything. Look, it's an 8-year-old and he is successful at selling these bow ties. He ain't just, talking about it. But the whole perseverance, just to listen to him, some of the things that you guys have had to deal with, with the whole COVID situation and stuff like that, it's amazing. And he is a great example of what anybody can start to do.
Thank you.
So what time does
he does? Go ahead, Kevin.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, he's right now. Did you want to tell him about your newly promoted president?
My newly promoted president is my younger brother, Noah Thornton. And
so he's no longer the chief of operations. Now he's the president.
Yeah, now he's president. I promoted him from vice president to president, and now I'm CEO and founder.
All right.
And my mom is the publicist, basically, and my dad is the COO.
Y'all definitely got it together. I tell you that.
So it's fun, and I always tell people this, Kevin, that so he's the boss of his business.
Okay.
But when it comes to household things, that no, the grown-ups are still the boss of that. So make that clear.
Now, what time does the event start? On the 22nd.
Yeah, thank you. So on Saturday, just want to remind everybody, on Saturday, May 22nd, 2021, it starts at 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We are based in Atlanta. So it will kick off in Atlanta 10 a.m. time, but we are expecting individuals from all over the world. We already have some registrants from different parts of the country. It is for a national, international audience. And we have speakers like yourself, Nikki Woods, media mogul. We have also attorney Valerie Lee Davis is going to be speaking. We just have a variety of individuals that are going to offer their take on why it's so important to build up our youth. Again, we're focusing on young men this go round because each year we have a different theme. But talking about pouring into them, we also have award-winning educator Dr. Tara Richardson will be on with us. She'll be talking about connecting that link between your child's dreams and visions, but making sure education is a part of it. And she is an advocate of children being educated on a higher level. But she offers an interesting take. It doesn't always have to look like a traditional four-year institution, but she does believe and support that all children need some sort of training and education, Kevin, to be as productive as they can be and independent. So it's a different, unique approach to nurturing our children, but it has the same premise that's been around for thousands of years. But we have really sought the best and the brightest advocates out there. We also have some young ones. I do want to point that out because Triendos obviously will be emceeing this program. His brother, Noah, is a presenter. We also have Tristan Jones. He's another young entrepreneur up and coming who will be presenting as well. We also have Janae Madison on with us. She'll be with us. And also we have Dale Cordes Jr. He's a young man that's put a spotlight on his own businesses and celebrating different uniqueness, even regardless of how you are, what you may have been labeled as, if you can achieve greatness. So we have some of the best and the brightest, and they come as young as 6 years old, Kevin, and they go up to, I'm going to say, probably about 65 years old.
Well, we got about 30 seconds. Let everybody know how they can go and sign up and register to be a part of the event.
Don't miss this free event, May 22nd at 10 a.m. Go to tnbowties.com. That's tnbowties.com to register. And
You can also get it at Facebook. You can find us on Facebook at TN Bowties. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been another installment of #1 Rated Business Show right here on the Real 1100 AM. I will be back next week, same place, same time. Follow me on Instagram at IamKCPride. Once again, happy birthday to my baby girl. And thank you once again to all the great folks over there at Emory. Not the folks right there in the front emergency room registration because y'all was rude and nasty when somebody couldn't breathe, but my doctor, my nurse, and everybody in the emergency room. Thank y'all so much for all y'all's help. And I told you I was going to put you on blast. Anyway, we'll be back next week.
Wash your hands, avoid sick people, and touching your face. This station in the Beasley Best